We are live for a 5-box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-box Bowman Hobby break. These are the last 5 that I have on hand here. All right, might be the last time we see him. Who knows? So this is our third 5-box pick your team break. Could be the last. 4 teams left. Last shot at some Bowman here. 4 teams left. White Sox are 55. Astros are 40. A's are 12. Padres are 55. Once we show the first hit, that is it. So we got 2018 Bowman, 1 autograph card per box. Been hitting a lot of color parallel autographs. We've also had some decent insert ones come up. So some of the notables that we've gotten out of the hobby include a Nolan Gorman out of 50, top 100. Saw Marco Luciano. So there's been some decent stuff coming out of these. I don't remember who the orange was, but we had an orange autograph. All kinds of good stuff popping up in Bowman. 4 teams left. You do get 10% off with 3 teams or more. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I always like to throw a deal out there. If you buy the 3 teams that are more than $12, all right, so I'm talking the White Sox at 55, the Astros at 40, and the Padres at 55, that is a total of 150. Now you get a 10% discount. That would make it 135. And I'll throw in the A's for free. So 135 buys out the last 4 teams in this one. Somebody wants to just close it, let me know. You can still buy the teams individually if you want. Ooh, that's nice. That's not even an auto. We're seeing red soon here. Got some red parallel action coming up. All right. So again, if you buy the last 4 teams, 135 even instead of the regular 10% discount. You never know. A lot of times I'll be like, hey, you got 2 teams, grab this last team and it's next to nothing. That next to nothing team sometimes is the one that hits and saves you. So I'm throwing in a whole team for free. But this offer is only available for a limited time. Once I show the first hit, that is Dunsky. All right. So let's get this show on the road and get it started in here. Ryan O'Hearn, rookie card. Fletcher, Allard, Lugo, Bowers. Getting a little shimmer and shine. 74 out of 125. Shane Baz, former Pirates prospect. Dealt over to the Rays along with Austin Meadows. And that's the Chris Archer trade. Got Julio Rodriguez, Evan White, Yusniel Diaz, Mackenzie Gore. We got the Royals talent pipeline. There's Vlad Jr. Brandon Lowe, who's gotten off to a good start. I would definitely like to have him on my fantasy team. Got Bruised Gratterall. And Cody Bellinger. Miguel Cabrera, he's lost his pop, but he's kind of the opposite of Albert Pujols. There's Aramis Ademan for the Astros, or I'm sorry, for the Cubs. Not the Astros, the Cubs. Seeing Astros flashing on the screen there. Miguel Cabrera batting over 300. He's not doing terrible. Only one home run, though. It's like he's the opposite of Pujols, who was such a great hitter for so many years, and the loss of bat speed that he's gotten. He doesn't hit for average like he used to, but you miss and he'll hit it, and he'll hit it long. So interesting to see how two stars with such similar numerical outputs turn out so different in the twilights of their careers. Oh, the baseball thing. Yeah, we're probably going to talk about this for a while. 26 out of 499, Luis Garcia. So a fan caught a baseball. It was a home run, and it was Albert Pujols' 2000th RBI. So they tried to get the ball back from the fan. And, there's a lot of question as to what really went down in the conversation. But it seems like the general issue is he wasn't being given enough for the ball. And he might not necessarily plan on selling it either. I mean, a lot of things were said, but I have a feeling what happened is he was offered something for it. He didn't want to take the amount that he was offered, and he's not giving Pujols the ball. And everybody is crying about it. You go to a game, you catch a home run, what do you do with it? Most of us aren't even lucky enough to catch a home run ball in a major league game. Just so happened that it's, I mean, is 2000 really that much of a landmark? It's big. It's Hall of Fame worthy. But is that ball any more important than the last RBI he hits? What if, he goes end of the season, the last 15 games without an RBI? You think they're keeping each baseball or trying to get it back from fans if it ends up going out of the park every time? So, is it the biggest deal in the world? I mean, people are making it sound like this guy in Detroit needs to be crucified for what he's doing. He didn't want to give the ball back. 2 out of 5, Austin Riley. I mean, me personally, hey, you get to go back, you get to do a meet and greet. Now, the guy was a Detroit fan and Pujols plays for the Angels. Supposedly, they were not only going to get Pujols to give him a jersey, but Cabrera as well. Like, I guess one of the Tigers was in on it to try to sweeten the pot a little bit, but if he can get that ball verified, now that's another thing. Were they able to get an MLB authenticated? I don't believe so. So now how do you prove, is the ball marked? I mean, is that what the latest is? I don't know. I was hanging out all night. But, I mean, if the ball is going back to Pujols, You can bet there's an undisclosed amount of money going along with that. They won't officially verify the ball. Yeah, who knows? But Pujols did an interview and he said, I wouldn't pay 1 cent for it. I guess he was willing to, give a jersey, shake some hands, but, if the subject of money did come across in the conversation and he wasn't looking to give any up, then he probably doesn't really care that much about the ball. So why does everybody else? Meanwhile, Barry Bonds' record-breaking home run, they wanted to shoot it up into a rocket ship with a big asterisk on it. It's like you say it's history, but then in other parts, now I don't consider Barry Bonds to be the true home run king. But that's what the numbers say. I think he would have come close, but I think, and you don't even know, because Bonds' career could have kept going for a few more years, but nobody wanted to touch him. Well, the guy was a Tigers fan, so the whole, Pujols thing he probably didn't care for. Shoot, if we're in Wrigley Field, they would have thrown the ball back. He would have gotten it for free. It's kind of silly. Kind of silly. And we can say, oh, no, I would give the ball back. Really, we're all collectors here. Wouldn't that be a cool collection piece for somebody who cared? I don't know. I don't know if I'd give it back. Probably would. Shoot, if I got a chance to meet the player, get some, parting gifts, I'd probably be happy with that. 316 out of 499, Corbin Burns. Plus the media attention. Of course, I'd plug Marc-Down Entertainment every moment I could too. That'd be like free advertising. That'd be gold right there. I would take that. Being honest. Nate Pearson rocking it in the minors. I believe he got promoted to Double-A. So he's working his way up. And I guess he had an injury in game 1 last year, so we really didn't get to see any of. He had an inning and 2/3, and he'd given up a couple runs, so it wasn't looking so good. Brady Singer, Atomic Refractor for the Royals. Nothing good yet. We haven't pulled the first hit either, so we got 4 teams still available. And I gave a nice little deal too. The White Sox are 55, the Astros are 40, the A's are 12, the Padres are 55. And I'll do 135 for the last 4 teams. Miguel Amaya. Astudillo, who I think is back from injury. Sandy Alcantara for the Marlins. I don't know why I'm sleeving these. Those we get sleeved later. I'm a little tired. It's been a long day. Will Smith, ready for the show. I think he's doing pretty well down in the minors, too. Noelvi Marte. Dustin May. So we did pull a red parallel already, though. That was pretty cool. Austin Riley, number /5. Got Freudis Nova. Jeff McNeil, what's he batting, like 350 almost? Kyle Tucker. Bo Bichette, who hopefully will recover from the hand injury cleanly and still make his debut in 2019. I think it can still happen. He was in Double-A, but he just needs a good 20-25 game stretch before he moves back, or he moves up to Triple-A, I believe. And then it'll be questionable whether we see him get that September call-up, but it's still possible. Miguel Amaya. No softball games today. Becky had a soccer game. And then I got some mail out the door. And then the girls, my middle two, had dance tryouts. And then we unexpectedly got invited to a barbecue afterwards. And so I actually got some downtime, some relaxation. And tomorrow's Mother's Day, so we may come up at night. I'll try to keep pushing breaks through. I'd like to see the 9-box break go through. I've got a lot of... I want to try to push as much throughout as quickly as possible, because once Tuesday comes around, that'll probably be the last shipping day for a week. All right, I'm going to be taking a trip to beautiful sunny California. Oh, very good barbecue, yes. I like barbecue. I'm a big barbecue fan. The red number /5 was of Austin Riley of the Braves. So the autograph is coming out in this stack. All right. Last chance to buy in. White Sox 55, Astros 40, A's 12, Padres 55, or get all 4 for 135. Okay. Got some color already. So we have a little shimmer that we saw earlier, and now a little sparkle coming out. You'll take the Astros? You got it, Eddie. Astros are now gone. Good evening to you as well. So Astros are now gone. So let's get that off the list. Astros, Eddie Younghands. White Sox, 55. Padres, 55. A's, 112. All right, that is the 3 remaining teams left. Man, they're taking forever to review that ad post. All right. So Rodney's going to grab the White Sox. So Rodney Sanders, you got the White Sox. A's and Padres, the last two teams, 12 and 55 apiece, respectively. So A's and Padres, the last two teams left. All right, here we go. Who is the first hit going to be of? We do have a serial numbered card coming out. Been having some good luck with those. All right, including one of this guy in a previous 5-box hobby break, numbered to 50. We're getting plenty of rain, Rodney. Roberto Ramos. Pete Alonso. The April Rookie of the Month. Eloy Jimenez for the White Sox. That'll get a little 1-cent love as well. So who is the first auto going to go to? You got flooding over by you? That's no bueno. Luis Urias. We've just had lousy weather like the last 2 months. Justice Sheffield. Mitch Keller. And got a Wander Franco Chrome. A start for the Rays. That's not good. Hopefully that the flooding lets up. Numbered 169 out of 299 for the Phillies, Will Stewart. So Phillies to 299. First Bowman Chrome auto of Will Stewart. Okay. Last year, he played for the Lakewood Blue Claws, which is about like 30, 40 minutes away from my house. 8-1 record, an ERA of just over 2, a WHIP of just under 1. So more of a finesse pitcher, low 90s guy, 90 strikeouts and 113 innings pitched. Hit number 1. Next. So box number 2. Are you a long ways away from being home? I guess you went back home like a couple weeks ago. Another 3 weeks. That can't be fun. And next deck. Ramon Moriano. There's a nice Nolan Gorman anniversary. 3 cards in a row of Nolan Gorman. Oh man, is that a sign of something? I don't know. At the Astros pipeline. Brett Honeywell. I haven't been watching the NBA playoffs. We cut cable a while ago, and I just haven't. We just have HBO now because of Game of Thrones. Brendan Rodgers, which we got a nice Game of Thrones break up right now. If anybody is interested, 3-box draft break, and we have a box of Valerian Steel included in that. So some premium stuff. So I know I still enjoy listening to that stream from Taxi Night. 76 out of 499, Leody Taveras, Ryan Costello. I don't know. I already got my dad's Netflix, so of course that's allowed. Jojo Romero. I use it, and my aunt in Uruguay uses it, so it's all good. And then they have the kids filter as well, because the kids like to watch stuff on it. Alex Reyes. Jonathan Hernandez. Carter Kieboom, whose first little stretch didn't go so well with the Nationals. Back in the minors, already hit a home run the other night. But he had 4 errors in like a handful of games. So it's got to work on that defense a little bit. The sample size was small. I think only like 40-something at bats hitting wise. The last flood snowstorm we had there. We didn't have a lot of snow this winter. So we haven't had a good like over a foot of snow in a couple of years. We don't get flooding where I'm at. I'm in the shore, but anybody west of Route 9 usually doesn't have to worry about flooding. But I mean, Superstorm Sandy did quite the number just a few miles down the road from us. So it's been a while. Game of Thrones will be done as a draft. So what we do is we have the 3 boxes that are in there. All right. There's 3 hits in Valerian Steel. There's 2 autos each in the season 6 and 7 boxes. All right. Then we'd have a spot that would represent the inserts and parallels out of the 2 boxes, the base out of the 2 boxes, and then the extra cards in Valerian Steel are divided by the metal and cardboard cards, so to speak. So what happens is the list of names would get randomized. All right, a video would get run usually in the group by a third-party video runner. All verified videos. And pretty much the order that everybody comes out. Let's give Vlad a little 1 cent, Miles. On the video is how you'll draft, and then you'll draft the spots that you want. So just like when we do a wrestling break, just like when we do Walking Dead, when we do auto racing, all right, all that stuff that we do draft style is done that way. So Chris Bryant with the Sterling insert. So it's kind of luck of the draw. Sometimes we do snake drafts. We're doing one with wrestling again. I think I'm going to do snake draft for the next few, just because it's so easy to do that with the undisputed boxes. So I still got a little over a case of those. Brewer Hicklin. Tatis. And we did show the first hit, so I guess I should take this ticker off. And we'll put this ticker on. The remaining teams for the 9-box mixer, 5 Tier 1 boxes, 2 Diamond Kings first off the line, an 18 Top Series 2 Hobby, and an 18 Onyx Preferred Baseball. Braves are 95, Orioles are 35, White Sox are 80, Nationals 95. Rockies are 20, Astros are 55, Royals are 28. The Angels are 90, the A's are 65, the Padres are 85, Pirates are 15, Mariners and Cardinals 55 apiece, Rays are 20, Rangers 22, Blue Jays 125. So again, that is the 9-box Pick Your Team Baseball Mixer, and I'm hoping we can get a peek at that tomorrow. Wouldn't be a very long one to break, but it'll be a good time. And plenty of hits to go around. You'll take the Astros in that one? All right. Stros are gone in the 9-box. Let's see here. And just doing a quick count because That never hurts. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, 14, 15 out of 25 for the 9 box. 15 out of 25. So we need 10 more. 10's not too hard. Victor Mesa. And we got a rookie auto. Cedric Mullins for the Orioles. So Orioles getting the second hit. Cedric Mullins. And we got gold. Dustin May, 6 out of 50. Dustin May, 6 out of 50. Get an honorable mention there. Seth Beer. I had a few of those today. Beers, not Seth's. And let's see here. Does that fill that one up? That it will. Slide this one over. And that is also a very responsible thing to do. I hope you get a raise in your allowance. No. You've gotten a few nice cards lately, though. So again, we're pushing the 9-box mixer. Trying to get that squared away for tomorrow. We need 10 more teams. 10 more teams to break that. I have the utmost confidence in us that we'll get her done. All right, this is going to wrap up box number 2. Here we go. About that base. Bryce Wilson. Chris Paddock was right before him. Sixto Sanchez. Justice Sheffield. A little Wander Franco paper action going on here. Julio Rodriguez for the Mariners. We'll give that a little 1 cent love too. Why not? Marco Luciano. He can get a little 1 cent love too. Mitch Keller. Ryan O'Hearn. Joey Bart with a chrome. He shouldn't be too far away from returning either. I think he broke his hand in spring training or forearm or something like that. I appreciate the good word. Jake Bowers. There's another Joey Bart. It's paper, so we'll just give that a little 1 cent love and move on. Eloy Jimenez. A lot of big rookies this year. Pulled an Eloy Jimenez Topps rookie card for the first time in Tier 1 the other night. Who knows what's in these other boxes? So, Pete Alonso, ready for the show. And that finishes up box number 2. Anyone who's been breaking with us online since 2015 is an OG. I've actually been breaking online for about 4 years now. Probably coming up in the next, I don't know, probably within days of this date, to be honest. But we also broke for about a year in our store. So we're calling this our 5th anniversary. Five years of breaking. And this has definitely been a fun, rewarding experience. Well, that was one of our first breaks then. It actually, I tried several times to get breaks up, I think as early as in May. And just couldn't get them filled. I finally settled for a half-filled baseball break. I don't even think I broke football online for months. I think it was like September by the time I was breaking football. I was still in the store at that point. I had the store until September of 15. I mean, it was July when we did football. I don't know. It was, I think it was certified football was the first set we did. We were banging out Marcus Mariota rookie autos and Winston autos like nobody's business. That kind of helped get us going. People were watching some of the nice pulls we were having. Bowman, Chrome, Jameis Winston Gold. We had a triple threads Mariota out of 10. Then you might have been in the first football break we did. I don't even remember. It was a mixer, but it was a large break for our first football break. At least compared to what we were doing before. But that's the way to do it. Start small. You know, show people what you're about, get people to trust you. And then provide the best customer service you can and hope they keep coming back. George Valera, top 100. Brandon Lowe. Yeah, some carriers are better than others at handling packages. Some are lazy. They don't even write the little slip they're supposed to give you. You don't even know it's at the post office. Matthew Liberatore, 3 out of 150. Top 100 atomic refractor. So, I mean, every breaker is different. I insure probably a larger percentage of packages than most breakers do. I have, I base it on the amount of money, either the value of the cards or the amount spent. Casey Mize, Bowman Sterling. And I mean, I probably spend quite a bit each month on insurance. Now, if a package is insured for over 500, all right, like when you get a big hit, then it automatically has to be signed for. So if either you have a big shopping spree, or I mean, I've had it where somebody spent $20 on a spot and hit a $750 card. I'm going to insure the card for what it's worth. 78 out of 499. Hunter Green. It's not able to be done if your package is valued over $500. You can ask me to only insure it for $500, but then it's not on me. If the post office ruins your package, I wouldn't want that to happen. I'd rather be safe than sorry. We got Christian Javier. And that's the end of that stack. So the signature is on there to protect both of us. Ensures that you got your package and that I sent it out. Yeah, definitely don't. I saw enough things. Probably part of the reason why I am maybe a little more overcautious than some on the insurance. Of course, our post office that I worked at was also a little crazy, but that's a whole day-long story in itself. Got days where they don't give you enough time to do your route. They expect it to be done. You're in a high volume package neighborhood. You're literally throwing them from the front of the truck out the back into a metal bin. It's also why I wrap things so tightly. Gotta have bulletproof packaging with the post office. How are the fights going tonight? What, are they selling through ESPN Plus now? Does it come with your subscription or do you have to pay extra? I don't know how that works. Oh, there's honest ones out there. I was. That's why they fired me. I did everything by the book. They give you the book and then they tell you to ignore everything in it. It's kind of stupid. 143 out of 250. And then they'll use the book to get you fired because they don't want to pay you a pension. So basically, no matter what you do, it's a miserable experience. I don't recommend it for most people. Jeter Downs, atomic refractor for the Dodgers. Oh, did he? Yeah, no, I always pay for stuff. Got to remember, Marc-Down Entertainment didn't just start with trading cards. Marc-Down Entertainment initially was CDs, movies, video games. So Brendan Rodgers. I know I was never a fan of the guys at the flea market selling the bootleg movies. So I guess that's just ingrained in me. So, well, and when I worked for the post office, like my post office didn't really want me there because they were, I don't know, it was a very special neighborhood, let's just put it that way. And so they often sent me to other post offices, and like some of them were wonderful. I'm like, I wish I could keep going to this one, but it wasn't my home base. That Gleyber Torres, let's give that a little 1 cent love. Why not? So they weren't all bad, but generally, there were some neighborhoods that were busy, and then there were some neighborhoods that were rough. Gang territory. Bruce Springsteen had the album Greetings from Asbury Park. In some neighborhoods, a greeting from Asbury Park is a gun pointing at you. So, and in others, it's some hipster confronting you. So, I only got attacked by a dog once, almost twice, but he was at least on a chain. I don't know, man. You live in a condo, right, neighborhood, and you don't expect people to chain their dogs outside, and it was like a Rottweiler. Like, it was not a friendly Rottweiler either. And they chained it close to, they have the boxes where you got to drop off, like, to 25 different apartments in one swing. And Cujo was just a little too close to it, if you ask me. The only dog that actually got loose and attacked me was a very small dog. And it was the one time where my dog spray wasn't on the bag. I reached for it and I was like, son of a gun. The thing had the clip for it had broke. And it must have happened at some point during that day on the route. So I reached for it, and it was basically like a scene out of The Karate Kid where I had to like lift my foot up, and I wasn't mean to the dog, even though he was being pretty mean to me. He actually bit my shoe, but I was wearing boots, so no harm, no foul. But I did have to give it a little shove with my foot. It was half Chihuahua. It was bigger than a Chihuahua, but it was half Chihuahua. Using the LDS. I'm not sure which hybrid variation of Chihuahua it was, but it was 100% bitch. Chris Shaw. It was not a nice puppy. And the owner was like stupid. Like the owner was just standing there like, what do I do? What do I do? Get this thing away from me. That's what you need to do. Jordan Alvarez. I like dogs. I don't like yours. No, you were told not to have treats for dogs because what happens is the nice ones will start expecting it. And then if another carrier comes by, right, and they don't have a bribe for the dog, then the dog would be more likely to turn on them. So they told you not to bring treats for the dogs. Carter Kaiboom, what you get the pleasure of doing in this scenario where I was is you got to try to get space between you and the dog. So you use your delivery bag. So once I got a little bit of distance between me and that half Chihuahua, I used my bag to kind of push him away. And Ryan Vlad, numbered 158 out of 299. A little sparkle time there. No, the dog complains when you don't get one. I'll tell you what, though, sometimes the dogs weren't the dangerous ones. Sometimes it was the customers. I was in a bad neighborhood, and one lady was looking for her welfare check, and it didn't arrive. And apparently that was my fault. And I told the postmaster of the station that I was filling in for at that day what block I was on, and they're like, "Oh, it's what's her name again?" They're like, "Just be careful because she will attack you." I was like, "She ain't gonna attack me." Rays get a hit. It's not Wander Franco. That would be so cool if it were Wander Franco. But this is not a bad consolation prize. It's Ronaldo Hernandez, Bowman Sterling, 1 out of 5. Little red autograph action. That's what I like to see. And unlike some of the other insert set autographs, it's on card. Gotta like that too. All right, so Ronaldo Hernandez for the Rays, 1 out of 5. I was fortunate the lady did not attack me. And I got the rest of the day off. That's box number 3. Went to Popeyes and had some chicken that night. You found my new family car? Is it half DeLorean, half conversion van? That would be cool. Some of these Bowman cards get a little residue on them. It's not coming out. Oh, that's cute. What is that supposed to be? McGruff the crime dog? Shagwag. Do they sell carpets? Now, I did see a really cool car when I was delivering mail. It was actually somebody who like does custom cars for like special events and like movie premieres and things like that. Apparently, that's what the word on the street was, and they had an exact. This is around the time where the that newer Ghostbusters movie had come out, right? And they had an exact replica of the Ecto 1. I thought that was cool. I was told they had a very cool turtle wagon when the Ninja Turtle movies had come out a few years earlier. Yep, I found it. So this is box number 4 out of 5 for Bowman. Still have this box and another one left to go. So there's a couple hits left. Maybe we'll see some nice from Dumb and Dumber. Oh yeah. So I guess they do the same thing. Next stack. Yeah, I've pretty much seen all the base cards. Pretty much just keeping a dibs for your Wander Francos and all that good stuff. Got Peter Lambert, top 100 out of 96. Another Chrome Joey Bart. I haven't seen either of those movies in a very long time. Wasn't a big fan of either of them, to be honest. I don't know. The Austin Powers thing never. You laugh when you're watching it the first time, but I'm not one of those guys who have to watch it over and over again. we got Jared Kelenic with the Sterling. Nothing to worry about. Honestly, I think it was just somebody mad that they got a low draft spot. Wasn't the first time a certain individual had whined about something anyway. 106 out of 299, Cal Quantrill. We do something the same way for 4 years. I'm not going to change it for one person after the fact because they didn't get a good draft spot. I got the bottom draft spot. And even though I didn't appreciate the way that I was spoken to, I still sent them my cards on top of theirs because I really didn't want to hear it. Yeah, most of them are. There's a couple duds in there. You got a nice display case for them? I like to see that. See how they're displayed in the man cave. Julio Rodriguez. Kyle Wright. Cool, cool. Ryan Costello. Brendan McKay. I don't know if he's ready for the show yet, but he's doing extremely well. Jonathan Hernandez. Nice. Oh, hurting. Soccer games are just too early in the morning. Softball, we went till like 10 o'clock at night. It was a double header last night. It's late for 10U. I mean, my kids don't really have an issue with that because they're used to staying up late because they're homeschooled, but I'm sure most of the kids on the team were hurting this morning. That's why there was no game scheduled today. Today was a rest day. And the girls did well, so bounced back after that rough tournament. You know, it stinks, man. The weather's just been awful. And especially on the weekends, we didn't have any competitive games. You know, we had rec games, but no travel games for over 3 weeks. And they did not have, after finishing respectively first and second in their first 2 tournaments, the last one didn't go so hot. Now, last night, they had a combined no-hitter in the first game, won 16-0. And then second game, I think they won 9-1. So we'll take that. All right, here's the middle stack. So we got Kyle Tucker, Yo Mancada, 128 out of 250. Luis Robert. Christian Pache. Atomic Refractor. Braves getting some decent color. Victor Mesa. We'll give that a little 1 cent love. And again, scrolling at the bottom of your screen, we need 10 more to run this 9-box Pick Your Team baseball mixer. 10 more. I think we'll get this going tomorrow. Good chance. I want to try to get as much run as we can by Tuesday, because I've got Wednesday. I got to get ready for travel. I don't even know if I'm going to get to sleep Wednesday night or not. And then I'm going to be traveling to California. And we're going to take a peek at the rookie premiere. And of course, I'm going to bring y'all with me. So there's short events that we're going to be a part of. But can use that to do some reality TV, right? Follow me along in my natural habitat. Pictures won't show up on the feed. It's not whether you're allowed to, it's more of Facebook just not being constructed for that. Got Yordan Alvarez, 451 out of 499. Bowers. And gotta get a few more sleeves over here. All right, let's see who that fourth autograph is going to be. So far, we've gotten a prospect at 299, a base rookie, and a Sterling number /5. So these hobby boxes have been doling out some pretty decent hits. Facebook sucks compared to 15 months ago. The things that, oh my gosh, I gotta deal with are just ridiculous trying to get these breaks filled. Facebook is terrible lately. But it's where everybody knows me on. So, Twitter, we have like over 330 followers now. All right, they're going up. We're getting more and more people following us. But, I mean, on Facebook, we have over 3,000. And that's just through the page, you know. There is some overlap between the 1,500 people on my friends list and the 800 people in the Marc-Down group. So somewhere between probably 3,000 or 4,000 people follow us on Facebook. So as much as they annoy me, Facebook, not the people, I need Facebook for the people to still see me. Ah, the conundrum. All right. Let's do this. Jonathan Loaziga, numbered 56 on the top 100 list. Rylan Bannon, we had a numbered auto of him in one of these breaks. Danny Jansen. Ronaldo Hernandez. So this is the guy that we had autographed, numbered to 5. 21 home runs last year in 405 at-bats, 284 average. All right. Catcher for the Rays. He was playing 18U international ball at the age of 15. That's craziness. 18U international ball at the age of 15. So it's got some potential. Yeah, you also can't share links in a feed, I don't think, because people have asked me the link to the pinned post in the past, and then I'd put it in here and it wouldn't work. So, like, it would show up as a link, but you couldn't use it. Francisco Lindor. Keegan Thompson. Kyle Lewis. Esteury Ruiz. Here come the judge. Logan Webb. And Twins. 119 out of 499. Refractor auto, first Bowman, Ryan Costello. Ryan Costello, first base. 20 home run guy last year. At 2 different levels. He was actually originally drafted by the Mariners, and he was part of a trade for Zach Duke. So that's Ryan Costello for the Twinkies. And this is going to be the last box. He's going to get that last hit mojo. righty. Fifth and final box. Let's do this thing. It's not a hit, but it is sweet. Again, with Bowman, doesn't have to be a hit to be good. You'll usually get a decent stack of paper and chrome cards that could possibly be, you know, big potential guys. And then you get some nice color cards. And we got an orange first Bowman Chrome parallel coming out in just a minute. A nice one too. So we got a little orange coming out. So, all in all, some decent stuff coming out here. It's only 5 hobby boxes, so only going to get so far. Spreading out the love, but I think it's done a pretty good job for 5 boxes. All right, here we go. Let's start it off. And there's Ronaldo Hernandez with a regular Sterling card. Not as cool as the red auto that we just pulled, though. Francisco Mejia. Darian Cruz. Tatis, we'll give him a little 1 cent love. Victor Robles at number 6. Ryan O'Hearn. And we are rapidly approaching. There's another Julio Rodriguez. And here we have a little orange shimmer going on here. This is Julio Pablo Martinez. 3 out of 25. Orange shimmer. 3 out of 25. Orange shimmer, a top 100 prospect. I believe he on the Bowman list is at 100 exactly. So it's not an auto, but it's pretty cool. I got a purple auto in my own that I got when I got stuck with the Rangers in one of the jumbo breaks. So Rangers with a nice pull there. Middle stack. And final box of a 5-box Bowman break. And we are in anticipation of what the final hit's going to be. Now, while this break didn't have a lot of hits, this 9-box mixer that is scrolling at the bottom of your screen, that one will have a decent amount of hits in it. I believe 30. 30 is a lot more than 5. Not 30, I'm sorry. I'm counting in my head wrong. 3 times 5 is 15, 19, 21. 21 to 23 hits, because they do have some extra ones in the tier 1 sometimes. 21 to 23 hits. Is my Juan Pablo auto for sale? For you, Mike, it is. No, it's for sale. Yeah, it's definitely for sale. Well, they didn't finish cutting that card. At least it was. That's so weird. Maybe it's just a corner then. No, it's just a corner. I thought it was something hanging off of it. Well, that's no bueno. So, yeah, it's for sale. It's up for discussion. Kyle Tucker. Jonathan India, purple, 51 out of 250. Dustin May, atomic refractor to go with the gold one we pulled earlier. And there's Joey Bart. It is not good on the back corner. So, hey, sometimes they come out of the pack like that. So, just to be aware. So it'll be easy to spot. I won't put that one in a top loader. Most of the Chrome, Bart, and Any Wonder Franco I've been top loading. Mike Soroka. Witt hit 2 in tier 1. A regular auto relic and then the patch auto relic. And then there was no Hearn and 1 or 2 other hits. Royals racked it up, that's for sure. But Whit Merrifield alone had it 2. It was a relic auto number to 100. And then it was a real nice double patch. Tier 1 really condition sensitive this year, though. I was kind of disappointed on the condition of some of the cards. Here's McNeil. But some good hits. So Panini has their sets for football that are the same way. They're nice cards, but a little condition sensitive. Some more than others. Marco Luciano. We'll give that some love. Keller. Okay. Brendan Rodgers. Was there a 5th one? I know there was at least 4. There's a few teams that had 4. And we kind of talked about that when we were doing the tier 1 case break. How certain teams and those products tend to hit heavy. Royals not necessarily one of them, but it could be any given team, you know, depending on the box. Last stack of packs. Last hit we're waiting on to come out. Are you ready? So let's get this 9-box mixer filled. I want to see some big hits coming out this week. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to bring with me on my trip. I got to learn what the luggage rules are and all that. I don't think I've flown in about 7 years. 8, actually almost 8, because we're coming up on our 13th anniversary. The last time I flew somewhere was to Las Vegas for our 5th anniversary. I gotta look them up. I don't remember what they cost. They could be on the pinned post. So, all right, that's not a bad one. It's a base auto. Do you want a preferred player ball? Do you want an icons ball? You know, one of each, 2 of one. The preferred player balls are cheaper and tend to have the prospects with some pros. The icons balls, if I have them left, those are the ones with the Hall of Famers and such. And I do have to probably take about 5 minutes to dig through a couple places to see if I do have them still. But if they're listed on the pinned post, I probably do still have some. Victor, Victor. Michael Kopech with the rookie card emblem. Brady Singer. I can look it up in a minute. Duel Lugo. And we're closing out the stack here. Getting some repeat stuff. And Darian Cruz for the Braves. It's going to be the final autograph for tonight. Darian Cruz for the Bravos. All right, so let's do a quick hit recap, and then I'll find out the pricing on those baseballs real quick. So we got some honorable mentions here. Dustin May out of 50. Austin Riley, 2 out of 5. Julio Pablo Martinez, Orange Shimmer to 25. Then we got Darian Cruz, Cedric Mullins. Darian Cruz for the Braves, Cedric Mullins for the Orioles. Ryan Costello to 4.99 for the Twins. Will Stewart to 2.99 for the Phillies. And Ronaldo Hernandez for the Rays, numbered 1 out of 5. So that is your Bowman hit recap. And then looking here, Onyx game used batting gloves are 105 a piece. I could do a 3-box case of those for $2.95. 2018 Onyx Preferred Baseball is shown here 89. And I don't see Onyx icons, so I might be out of it. Yeah, I don't see any other baseballs. I might be out of the icons. I might just have a few of the preferred player balls. So they're 89 a piece. So I could probably do 169 for a pair. Oh, stop it, Rodney. You've hit more $1,000 cards in 1 month than we hit most months. I should say $1,000 plus. That true RPA out of 5 is definitely a nice one. It's okay. I'm getting more in. Don't worry. The baseballs are starting to come in. We had a few products that at the time, Platinum I could only get 1 case in, I think. I don't know why. Usually I get 2 or 3. And then there was a new product, and I was a little on the fence because it looked like a lower end ball at a slightly higher price that had a few decent extra ones in the in the case, 2 case hits. So I only ended up getting 1 case. It wasn't the worst case in the world, but it wasn't like the Platinums or the New York Dynasties. Those really come out pretty solid every time. The World Series balls. I'm wondering if they're going to do a Boston product this year. It just so happens the Cubs they were able to do. They got a lot of Astros that are exclusive signers to them, so that was a no-brainer. But I wonder if we're going to see another World Series champion type baseball product. So, yeah, I'll get the anniversary break scrolling on the screen too. How's about that? So this one here is important. We want to get that pushed. But we also have this one that is now, hey, there's Boston fans out there. I would buy in. Oh, excuse me. Long day. So we have a huge break. It's got Dynasty, it's got Luminaries, it's got a whole case of Tribute, a lot of cool 2018 products, some 2017, some 2019, but mostly 2018 stuff. Some big stuff. And it's got a total of 225 hits. We used some Elite Extra Edition to help out that number. It also helped to keep the price down, so that was good too. 5th anniversary baseball mixer. Check the pin post for full details, including a list of boxes. The Diamondbacks are 75. The Braves are 475. Orioles 225. White Sox 250. Nationals 200. Rockies 125. Angels 595. Dodgers 250. Marlins 155. Mets 275. A's 165. Padres 125. Mariners 125, Cardinals 295, Rays 125, Rangers are 95, and the Blue Jays are 200. So before I sign off, does anybody have anything for me? Again, 9-box Pick Your Team Baseball Mixer looks to be next in line. If you're looking for some football, let's get that 5-box random team break to 20 so that we can get the random done. And real quick, just going to go over the release calendar for next week. All right, so according to what I got here, Big League Baseball comes out on the 15th. I don't know if we ordered any this year. We probably did because last year we sold through, I think, all the boxes. Well, we only ordered like 4 or 6. Prism Baseball, that's going to be hot. I miss Prism. I'm very excited for that. On the 17th is Spectra Basketball. So not a huge release week, but Prism's going to be a good one. And I got 24 boxes of that coming in, so we'll see how we do that. All right, so that's next week. The following week is going to be an interesting one. We got a new product, Legacy Football, New York Dynasty Autograph Baseballs, WWE Undisputed. I'll believe it when I see it. In May, really? I'll believe it when I see it. I wouldn't be surprised if Rousey gets the Undisputed treatment this year. Game of Thrones Inflections. This thing is white hot coming out. And Topps Pro Debut Baseball. 10 days from now, it's going to be insanity. And then to close out the month, Topps Definitive on the 29th, as well as Mar Basketball, as well as Leather and Lumber Baseball. We also got the 31st Flash Football. And that's pretty much it for May. So that's where we stand with new releases. So Legacy Football is a 19 set, and it features a lot of retired players. So this is a type of set that you're going to see your type of players like Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders, Damian Tomlinson, John Elway, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Based off of the sell sheet information that I saw for it, still too early for a checklist because it's Panini. Um, should be good. Have I ever thought of doing a break like that? Yes, I have. I have thought of doing a break where you have all four sports, all four major sports. Um, is anything else coming for hockey? Leaf has not been doing a lot of hockey releases, and the few that have come out, I have missed because uh, Peach is just a terrible distributor. They were supposed to call me back a week, 2 weeks ago, I think, and they didn't. And I voiced my complaints, and they fall on deaf ears and they don't give a crap. So I will need to find a second distributor because I love GTS. I need more than I'm getting allocated, clearly. So I need to do more. The concept that I did have for a break like that would have been not a bargain break, but a low end, lower price break. Just because less people would be interested in something like that. But I would have to use older product in order to fill it. So, I don't know. I want to get more hockey into the mix. Um, until I have a store, I can't get Upper Deck. As long as Upper Deck is suing Leaf, it's going to slow down the amount of hockey sets that come out from Leaf. It's just a little bit of a situation that is kind of annoying. But Upper Deck will only sell to brick and mortar stores, and they got very strict guidelines. So maybe I'll get something older at some point, but I'm afraid with an older case, we don't fill a break. I mean, I got all this great basketball product, and we don't fill the breaks. So, I got 3 boxes of Court Kings random division mixer. It's not filling. Upper Deck is suing Leaf because it makes cards of Upper Deck exclusive guys. But they're not signing for Leaf. It's all memorabilia that was obtained when Leaf purchased in the game several years back. So all the in the game used sports and stuff like that, they used to be an actual company called In the Game, and Leaf bought them out. And they had an extensive jersey library and stuff like that. So you get Wayne Gretzky relic cards. Wayne Gretzky is an Upper Deck guy. They're saying, well, it's not Wayne Gretzky's photo is not being used on there. The card is simply describing who the piece of the jersey belongs to. Which, to be honest with you, I kind of agree on Leaf's side there. It's not like it's even a photoshopped Wayne Gretzky. It's describing the swatch. I think they shouldn't have a problem getting away with that, but that's just me. For basketball, best bang for the buck. Um, well, best bang for the buck to me means you have multiple opportunities. I like essentials, even though that's a little bit lower than 125. But personally, I think the best bang for the buck is contenders, which is going to be higher than 145. In that price range, let me see. Hold on. I think I got something laying around here that might work. All right, let's see what I got here. How many hits are in essentials? Two autographs per box on average. And we pulled cool stuff out of these, including a Kobe Bryant in the past. This is 1718. This is, I believe, 109 a box. This is a product. This is also 1718. I thought I had 1819. I'm sure I do somewhere, but I couldn't find it. That I'm actually losing about $40 a box on. I think original cost on these was 130 something, and these can be found pretty commonly on sale for $100. Two autos, one memorabilia. You get a nice cornerstone, and you're in good shape. Absolute falls into that one something range. Let's see. This is 1819 if you're looking for Luca. And this is 119 for a box. This is last year's Panini Contenders. And we hit Cracked Ice Kyle Kuzma at one point in these. There's some good stuff available in here. Um, these are these are 180 a box. And then we got last year's Optic, the hobby boxes. So you'll get a bunch of cards, you get rookies. And hobby boxes are actually running less than they have in the past. This would be like 99 bucks for the box. So that's the stuff I have easily dug out. I have Court Kings. Those are a little cheaper. So the 18-19 box was absolute. So there's only 6 cards in here. 2 of them are uncirculated. So they're just encased base cards. And then I had 2 autos and 2 memorabilia. So this is a little more all killer, no filler. So this is where you can find some serious damage. But I mean that's just what Contenders is. But that's a little bit riskier. Best bang for the buck would probably be Optic or Essentials. And at the prices that they're at now, even Cornerstones, even though it's only 3 cards. But it was originally supposed to be like $175, $180 suggested retail price set. And they just, even though the physical Cornerstone autographs do well, and there's also one autograph set that's got some really nice stuff in it that does well. A lot of the other autographs in there don't. So it's a medium risk box. Absolute is 119. 119 for Absolute. And it does have more hits. Just like Absolute Football, it's a lot of relic based product, so you'll get relic autos often and stuff like that. Yeah, I can break a personal box right now. You just tell me which one you like. When I gave you 5 options to pick from, I mean I got more, but 5 options is good for right now, probably. Got it. All right, so we're going to open up a box of Absolute. Absolute Basketball. So only 6 cards in the box, but again, it's all killer, no filler. So what? I'm just gonna wait to see how this plays out first. Looks like we had a Hit Wars request. There's many different ways. Oh, not many, but there's several different ways that Hit Wars can play out. The way we've done it in the past before is we've had each person open up a box, and it had to be a box that had not just hit cards in it, but regular cards as well. And then whoever got the lowest serial number on the left-hand side would get all of the hits, and then the base inserts and anything serial numbered would go along all to the winner. So anything serial numbered, not just the hits, but any parallels as well. Hits and parallels that are serial numbered would be up for grabs. And then all the base cards and base inserts would still go to each person individually from the box. So trying to think of what would be a good product for that I have lying around. Probably something like a Chronicles or something like that would work out pretty well. So yeah, we actually don't do them very often, but whenever, if there's somebody out there that wants to do one, I don't mind. So if you want to work that out together and you find a box that both of you like, that's usually how we'll do a Hit Wars. That way everybody still gets something. We did it last time we did it was with basketball, was with the optic fast break. We were doing it with. All right, so 2 3-card packs here. Each of these packs has an autograph, a relic, and an uncirculated. Your uncirculated card is going to be Bruce Brown. Oh, this could be good. I like this. I wonder what it's numbered to. So your relic card, 53 out of 199 for the Magic, Mo Bamba. And the next card is a level 1 Draft Day Ink, 78 out of 125. Marvin Bagley III. That's not bad. Marvin Bagley III. That is an on-card auto as well. I like it. Marvin Bagley III. Numbered to 125. Lonzo Ball, uncirculated card. Second pack ain't gonna be as nice. First pack was really good though. So we got DeMar DeRozan, 174 out of 199. And 150 Panini points. But that Bagley was cool. So thank you, Rodney. Much appreciated. And get the... I use graded sleeves even on the mags. Don't really see the point in buying sleeves that are custom fit for these. I don't even like magnetics. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them either. When I get them, I usually end up giving them away. So so anything else for the evening? I think Rodney's an American League guy too. He's an Astros fan. Yeah, he's got the same division too. Of course. 2.5 and 33 1/3 as well. All right, so think it's looking like time to wrap it up because I was up real early this morning, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to coast here. So have a good night, everyone. Let's see if we can get those other baseball breaks moving. All right, we got some big ones. 9-box mixer, not such a huge one. That's not too bad. It's an average size one. But we have our biggest one ever that's been scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. Check out the pin post for full details. And we'll rip you a new one hopefully tomorrow night. Take it easy.